Hello, everyone, and welcome to Dawn News, where we talk about the latest Barbie news. I'm Vinicius Santana, and I'm here as always with the amazing Michael. Hi, Michael. How are you, my friend?
Hello. I'm good. How are you today?
I'm absolutely amazing, and so I also hope our viewers are amazing because this month we have a lot of news. But before we jump into the news, seems like you have something to show us. Is that right?
Sure. Actually, because I know how much you like pop culture and
I
everything.
love pop
Um,
culture.
I thought you might want to like to see this. Oh, let me see. Where is she? Oh, there we
Oh
go.
my God. Oh,
Anyway, um,
is
it's
this Barbie
Barbara.
Streisand?
It's Barbara Streisand. Yeah, but it's a rooting and grooming sample, and I don't know if you can see, but that's numbers on the side of her head, telling like what kind of fiber. Oh, there we go. Sorry about that. uh, like the measurements of the fiber and everything.
Oh my God. Is that the prototype that was made
It's a
after the
sample.
Barbie
It's a
Streisand?
sample from the factory.
Oh,
It's a sample from the factory.
you said to me, I think that 2 shows ago, that the Barbie Streisand doll was made, the face sculpt was made in the 80s. Is that right?
They've had the face sculpt for a long time. Yes, yes, they have.
Do you think that's the face sculpt originally done for her on 80s?
I'm not real sure. I'm not real sure. The thing is, sculpting and technology has gotten so much better than it was. So they may have tweaked it a little bit, but I do know that they've had a head mold since the 80s, so
Maybe it's not the same face sculpt. Maybe it's the same mold that was done after the
yeah,
Barbra
yeah,
Streisand
or
face.
right, right. Um, I mean, we've seen them do, better versions of dolls, later on, so but anyway, I thought you liked that because I know how much you like pop culture.
Yeah,
So I thought
but
you might
how about the outfit? Is it the
the
60s
outfit,
outfit?
she did come to me naked, but I was like, well, that's okay, And so I put on this outfit, which is Lemon Kick, which is from the early 70s, and
Oh,
it kind of gives you Barbara.
yeah, yeah.
So
Actually, it does.
yeah.
It's a Barbie outfit that was launched as a fashion pack. Is that right?
It was back in, I want to say, 1970, and then this outfit
I
was
thought
redone
it
again
was
on the
lady 60s. Actually, I don't know. I'm just guessing.
oh no. The outfit was done like in 1970, and then it was redone again when they did the My Favorite Barbie line in 2009. They included it with the Malibu Barbie. So uh but I think it looks great on her. It's very I've seen Barbara wear similar things. I actually went online. Thank goodness for Google Images. I actually went online and I found pictures of Barbara wearing various things, and this was very similar to some of the things that she wore, uh, in her life.
This is a
So anyway,
piece of art you are holding in your hand because when you think about this was the thing that the sculptors and the Mattel team hold in their hands to make the doll. That's amazing.
yeah.
Do you remember who was the one who designed the doll in first
Um,
place?
I don't remember who was responsible for the design. I don't. Uh, I I'm not 100% sure, but I think it might have been Linda or possibly Bill. I think I'm not 100% sure. Uh,
And you had their fingerprints on this doll.
yes, yes, yes. So they touched it possibly. So what I think is really interesting is when the doll came out, Mattel had wanted to do it for a long, long time, and then Barbara was on Oprah and debuted the doll on Oprah, and she was not real complimentary about the doll, which I thought was kind of
Really?
shocking. Yeah,
What
she
what
was
did she
not
say?
real. I can't remember everything she said, but she just seemed very, they had to pay her a boatload of money. They had to pay her a lot of money. And for her to, and the thing is, she had to look at the doll and approve the doll, or her people. I'm assuming it was Barbara because Barbara is a control freak. There's nothing wrong with that. Um, but I'm
Yeah,
assuming that
I know
she
that.
looked the doll over and approved it, but she wasn't real. I thought she could have been nicer about it. So I'm just kind of
It's
surprised.
kind of a diva, right? And the
She's
divas,
a diva.
they have
She's a diva,
this
you know.
behavior.
Yeah. I mean, we all, love a diva once in a while, but I
We are
just remember
some divas
watching.
once in a while.
Yeah, yeah. Uh, but I just remember her being on Oprah and her not being, I want to say she said something about the hair wasn't right. And there was a couple other things I vaguely remember her saying. So I just thought that was kind of unfair. And I'm sure
I
Mattel
think
was like horrified,
my Barbara
watching.
Streisand is just on this side. I'm looking at her right now, and I think the face sculpt is amazing. It takes her resemblance very well.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I think it looks like her. I think you have to go see Funny. You have to go watch Funny Girl because she is looks amazing in Funny Girl. And I kind of hope that they were going to do maybe some other Barbaras, from maybe some movies or like later on in her career. But I'm happy with what we got. Don't get me wrong. So
I only brought her after a couple of years after the launching, so I don't remember the actual launching. I started collecting 2008, and I think that
oh,
she came a little bit earlier than that. And I don't know how it was received. Did the collectors were happy with the doll, or she was
um,
just flat?
she came out in 2009, I believe, because I believe it had the tag in the corner for the 50th anniversary. Um, a collector's bought 'em. Um, you know, every gay man in the universe bought one. Barbara's a gay icon. So, um, they
You know what?
they
To
sold
Brazil, she's
pretty
not
well.
such a big deal. It's not everyone that knows her.
I think you're right. And I think another thing that's interesting is the younger gay people don't know what some of these icons were. I can remember seeing an episode of RuPaul's Drag Race, and those contestants didn't know who Diana Ross was. They didn't know
Oh
who
my God, no,
Barbra Streisand
that's too much.
was, you know. So but no, I think she was very well received. A lot of people bought her. I think a lot of fans who were not Barbie collectors bought her, kind of like the Stevie Nicks doll. A lot of those dolls, I'm sure, went
Yeah.
into fans' hands.
You know, she was not a big deal here in Brazil, and after watching Glee, where uh, the character of the lady that was the principal character, I don't remember her. I don't
Uh-huh.
remember her name, and she was so boring, and the character was so uh, picky, and I don't know the word, but she loved Barbara Streisand, and after that, I was just like, ah, Barbara Streisand. You know, do you remember? Did you watch Glee?
I did. I do remember it was. Oh my God, what was
Rachel,
her name?
the principal character, Rachel.
Right, right. But yeah, and oh, what's the actress's name? I know who the actress is that plays that character. And she, I believe, wanted to star in Funny Girl on Broadway when they did the revival of it. Uh, but she ended up not doing it. I believe not, or so anyway. But yeah, I think everybody was, after Glee and the way that was done, I think a lot of people are like kind of tired of Barbara. I love her.
Yeah.
I still love her. I still, so we watched some of her movies the other day. So
Anyway, we have so much news today that I think we should jump in right into the news. And let me just start with we had the 12 days of Halloween doll, but we already discussed this doll on our last show at the beginning of the month. And right now, we should start with the Daddy Allen doll. For those of you that are not aware, earlier this month, we had a doll made after uh, Daddy Allen that is such an amazing actress and she's dancer and she's a teacher girls as well. And she was one of the complete artists that do a lot of stuff and do it well. So, Michael, are you a fan of her? Do you like her?
Nope.
Did you know her before the dollars? Because here in Brazil, a lot of people
Yeah.
didn't know her.
Nope, not a fan. Not a fan of her.
Why not?
I've just seen her interviewed and several times, and she kind of has this very diva-like mentality in the interviews that I saw of her. And so, there's a difference between like being a diva and just being obnoxious. And no, I'm not a fan. I think that they could have chosen many more uh better people. Uh so no, I'm not a fan of that at all. I also think I don't know if you have it in Brazil, but in America, we have a we had a TV show, the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air with Will Smith. She looks just like his cousin Hillary.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. And a lot
She
of
looks just like
Brazilians,
Hillary.
we like absolutely relate with the thing you say because here it's a huge success. Um, I actually like her, but I don't know her in very well. Like
Right.
the actual her, I watched her in Grey's Anatomy, and the character was a really great character. So I actually loved the character so much that I learned how to love the doll. Did you get the doll?
I did not. Um, I liked her. I remember seeing her in Fame back in 1979. So, I liked her character. Um, I've seen her in Grey's Anatomy a few times, her character, but kind of just as a person, I'm not a big fan of her.
And the face sketch is not so great. And I don't know if it is because she had done some uh, nose job or kind of job on her face, or if
Right.
it's because of uh, the Mattel problem. I don't know her from the 80s. So can you clarify that to me?
She looks, her face seems very round. Um, with back in the 80s, I mean, we all look different since the 80s. I know I do. Hell, I look different than from the 90s, but um it seemed like they made her head too round. Like her face should be slimmer. um Even like on Grey's Anatomy, and even from Fame and other time, I think they made the head a little bit too round. um at first I thought, well, maybe it's the hair, because it's kind of short and curly. And I thought, well, maybe that's making it look round. And then the more I looked at the face, I think they made it a little bit too round. Now that's just,
Uh,
my,
I rather they had done her in the face that she have today. I'm not a huge fan of the 80s face they did, but it's actually a beautiful doll. I actually love her. I have my friend here in Brazil, Arthur, that records with me the doll news and the Brazilian version of doll news. So he's the Michael of Brazil. And I love him so much. Casey's Arthur. And I should have.
I had competition.
Oh, you two fit my
No, I'm
heart
kidding. I'm kidding.
at the same time. Actually, you two live in the same, sleep in the same bed inside my heart.
Oh,
Don't tell how.
I will not.
So, uh, so, here he have this kind of joke where he says if this is actually the tribute collection or the offense collection. So, this doll he classified this as a tribute collection doll, not an offense collection doll. We actually we joke about it like the Laverne Cox doll that is kind of offense doll, not a tribute
Right.
doll.
Right. Right. Well, and like, I know that they're coming out with, they just announced, uh, Opal Lee, and she is the
Yeah.
woman that, and she's here in Texas. Go Texas.
Go
That
Texas.
Go Texas. That started Juneteenth, as it being a national holiday. So, uh, I think that's great. They are
Yeah,
picking.
but I think she will be under the Spider Woman collection. I don't think that she will be a tribute collection though.
I don't know. I don't know. Whether could be. Who knows. But um, she's definitely an icon. To the African American community for getting this holiday done. Which is so richly deserved. So I don't know, but well, back to the Debbie.
Yeah, that it,
I just
there's a really huge confusion inside Mattel about these collections because we have Shiro collection, we have Inspire Woman collection, we have the Tribute collection, and all of them seems like they're converging to one topic. And right now, I don't know whether they are choosing one collection or another to portray some character. For example, before I thought that we only had that people inside the Inspire Woman collection.
uh,
And after they started doing this, today's persons in the inside the Inspire collection, so we had the Maria Felix doll in Tribute collection. But when we think about Anime Wong, I think that they are in the same category, and they did Anime Wong inside the Inspire Woman collection. Why do you think about that? What you
I don't
think about
know.
that?
I don't know why they choose to put some of the people in one collection and then somebody on equal footing in another collection. I think they should put them, you know, into the same collection. I don't know how the choices are made. Um, I kind of sort of think, you know, there's too many collections. Do one. Do, you know, iconic women or legends or inspirational women. Do do one line.
I think that
Keep
you
it
can
simple.
split the collections, but it um, make them when logic. That's the word. Make them logic. For example, you have music series for singers. You have a couple of years ago, I believe it was in 2022 or 2023, we had this rumor about a golden age collection, golden age of movies collection, and I
Uh,
thought that it was a great idea, you know. So I think they should start doing some collections inside these categories.
yeah. Well, it also depends. I have some prototype dolls, and the dolls were just about to be signed off on, and there was a change in management at the last minute, and the dolls just got kind of swept up in the change of management. But the dolls were designed, the dolls were ready to go, and there just happened to be a change in
A
leadership
change in the
and
collection
management.
label they were
Right.
under.
And well,
Is that right?
it was a line of dolls, and at the last minute, and I'm talking like a week before they, I guess, or 2 weeks before they were supposed to go into production, the whole thing just got dropped. You know,
Oh my God.
um, yeah. So I mean, it's crazy. Who knows what's going on inside? Uh, sometimes I wish I was a fly on the wall, as we say. I'd love to see what what decisions are made or how decisions are made, or because sometimes it seems like they make really great decisions, and then sometimes they make really bad decisions. It just
You feel it's like the Barbie movie. They keep their meetings inside these around this heart shaped table
yeah,
and just throw things out.
yeah, yeah. I mean, it's and once again, a lot of people think, oh well, it's the toy business and everything is nice and friendly, and it is not. It is competitive. It is cutthroat. It is two timing. It is inside Mattel. I mean, inside Hasbro, inside all these companies. It is not all nice and friendly play, and it's backstabbing. It's cutthroat. It's um,
I believe it.
and
It's like
so
everywhere else. Every huge
I
company have these type
I
of
know
things.
there was a particular doll, and I can't go into it because if I went into it, you could put the puzzle pieces together. But during the presentation of the person's doll, this other person that was doing a presentation just tried to like throw all sorts of stuff uh to block it and to try to talk them, out of this other designer's idea. And but she didn't try hard enough because I had enough info and ammo that I gave to this person. And I said, when this person brings this up, bring this, and this up. I guarantee you, your doll will get in the line. And sure as shit, they called me that night and said, "You're right. She she brought up every single thing that you told me she would." And I just turned around and said, "Boom, boom, 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 boom." And they said, "That's great. Your doll's gonna go to the line."
Was actually so she was actually produced.
Yeah, the doll actually ended up getting produced. Yeah. But it's, but I mean, that's shady. I mean, that's just, but anyway, this other person was trying to thwart, you know, but I knew, I said, this is the thing she'll probably bring up, this, and this. And the friend of mine, and I said, just tell them this, and counter.
So
So,
getting back to the doll, I got her, and I think it is beautiful. It's a beautiful doll, on the sense of the doll. Now talking about the character, I don't know the character so well to make some assumptions, but I'm actually I'm really a little bit anxious for the doll to get in my hands. Since I live in Brazil, it will take a while, but I will wait. No, no, not a huge problem.
yeah.
So, Michael,
Oh,
no,
I just have a question.
can say.
If you don't mind me asking, how long does it? Because I think our viewers would actually like to know things like that. We're here in America, clearly. Um, how long does it take when you order a doll, like from Mattel Creations? How long does it take for you to get the doll there?
Uh, you know what? I already tried to get the doll directly from Mattel to Brazil, but it didn't work out. The doll was lost in the way, and in today's Mattel, they are not delivering to Brazil. So what I do, I buy the doll. The doll is delivered in the United States, and in the United States, that there are these companies that send the products to Brazil. So
Yes.
I pay
Yes.
2 delivery fees and also 2 import fees, 2 taxes. The one from Mattel and the one from Brazil. So the doll actually got the double the price.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Yeah. So if I buy a $100, she actually cost cost me, how I say that?
Cost
She
you.
actually,
Yeah.
yeah, she actually cost me around $200 US dollars. So I buy $2 for the price of one. Huge product, right?
Oh my God. That's a huge problem. Yeah. You need to just
I
come
think
to.
a huge promo. It's a
Yeah.
promo. Two
Yeah.
for the price of no, one for the price of two.
One for the. Yeah. You need to come to America and do all your shopping and then go. That's why you should come to a Barbie convention. Yeah. Come to the.
I have to work a lot to go to America and buy dolls.
You can do
My
it.
card will go nuts.
You should come and go to the Mattel company store and then just send everything back home.
Yeah, I actually saw that a couple of times with the Azusa doll
Yeah, it's just yeah.
YouTube account. Yeah, and it's a dream of mine to go someday to the Mattel store in Palo Alto. Is that right? Is it in Palo Alto?
No, it's in El Segundo.
Al Segundo. That's right. That's
El
right.
Segundo. And then we have one here in Dallas Fort Worth.
Really? I didn't know they
Yeah.
had more than one store.
Oh yeah, they've got I want to say I think there's 3 or possibly 4 across the nation. Uh in fact, when I lived in California, um there were 3 of them. And there were
Really?
many a time on a weekend we would hit all 3 of them and, fill up the back
Chasing
of the
after
car.
files.
You're chasing after dolls. But no, there's one about 2 hours away from me here in Dallas Fort Worth area. So
Oh, interesting. So, Michael, let's get
yes.
into our next topic. Let me see. We had the launching of the Barbie, Dia de Muertos, Llorona, La Llorona. Yeah, I don't know how you say America, like Llorona. Anyway, Mattel every year they since 2019 they launch Dia de Muertos doll, so we can celebrate with the Mexican people their holiday, one of the most important holidays in Mexico. So
Very important.
this year,
And important in America too. It's also important. Yeah, in fact, where I live, I actually live in a small city. We have a whole like Saturday, Sunday festival here in
oh,
my
I didn't
town.
know that.
Yeah,
I
you
thought
you
that
do
it
find
was
that
more
in
Mexico celebration.
no, actually here in America, in areas with large Latino population, they have celebrations here. It's not just in Mexico. It's becoming bigger. It's becoming a bigger thing here in America in the Latin communities. Yes.
Oh, here in Brazil, we don't have this holiday or celebration. And the last 3 years, we had designer dolls, designer Dia de Muertos dolls. And this year, they actually changed the subject, and Javi himself did it all with this new direction the doll seems to uh, be heading to. Do you like the idea of doing these characters, or did you prefer the old version with designers?
Um, I'm not okay. First of all, I think the dolls are beautiful. Okay. Now they're not my thing, but I think the dolls are beautiful. But I think what they're doing is they are maybe this you have this term in there in Brazil in Portuguese. Um, it seems like they're beating a dead horse. It seems like that the dolls, when they first came out,
What do you say?
the dolls were very special. They were very special and stuff. And when they're showing up at Walmart, you know, you're taking away the specialness. I know a couple years ago, um, they showed up at Walmart, and that just to me isn't special. I mean,
Yeah.
um, I just think, and in fact, probably about 2 or 3 weeks ago, somebody posted a picture of all of the dolls in that series. I had no idea they had done that many. I mean, I
Yeah.
knew they,
I have them all because I'm a completist,
yeah, I know you're a completist. Yeah. So isn't there, if
unfortunately.
I'm correct, is there 14? Is there 14 of them?
I didn't count. They are actually here at my corner. They are all in their boxes, but I don't know. I never actually counted them. And there seems to be a huge lack of creativity with these dolls.
I agree. I
I, I,
think there needs to be some more
I love the first
creativity.
one. I love the first one, the 2019 doll, and the Benito Santos doll. I actually think she's beautiful. But after that, I don't know if we had huge dolls.
Yeah. I just think um they're just not making them special anymore. I can remember, even though it's not my thing, I can remember the first time I saw the very first doll in the series and the very first Ken in the series. And even though they're not my thing, I was blown away with how fabulous they were. I mean, they just were fabulous and they were special and then
And
they
they were
was kind of
embroidered,
started, yeah, they just started kind of pooping out. Um, and
pooping out. I love this term.
yeah, I think they just, and that's kind of like in a related way to what happened with the Bob Mackie dolls in the very end. In the beginning, we got these insanely sequined and beaded and all this, insane dolls that were just over the top fabulous.
I
And at
totally
the
agree.
end,
Totally agree.
and at the end, all we were getting was this paper-like fabric, which was embroidered with silver embroidery or gold embroidery and very little beading or sequining. Um, and I just kind of think that they're losing um what was special about them at one point. And it kind of makes me sad because a lot of my friends do love them. Of course, clearly I count you as my friend.
No, I don't love this collection. Actually, my huge mistake was to buy the first one, and then as a completist, I end up getting them all. So I'm stuck with a lot of the Muertos dolls. So mm, that's how the things is. Yeah, that's how the things are.
Right.
So getting
And
back to the doll launched this year, did you get her? Because she sold out in about 20 minutes, 27 if I'm not mistaken. And which was a fast sold out, but not so fast as the Dia de Muertos Benito Santos or the Pink Magnolia doll. These ones sold out in 2 or 3 minutes, if I'm not mistaken.
right. Um, no, I didn't. I did see um some paint sample heads of them. Um, and I was very tempted uh to buy them, but I just didn't. So no, I didn't get it. I'm sure one of the dolls we'll be talking about soon in a minute or two. I did get. In fact, I ended up getting three of another doll that we'll probably be talking about in a minute. Um, no, I didn't get her. You know, it's not my thing. First of all, I collect only prototypes and samples, and as you said privately, you don't know how I do it. Uh,
Yeah, I don't
with I
know how
mean,
you do it because I love pop
it's so
culture, but I
hard.
can't stick with these all the time.
Yeah, yeah. So, I didn't, but like I said, I was offered uh some of the paint sample heads and stuff from uh somebody, let's just say somebody. Uh and I thought about getting them, but then I thought, well, if I get the head, now I got to go find the doll. Now I got to go find the outfit. Now I got to, and stuff like that. So I didn't get them. But once again, I do think the dolls are beautiful. I really hope they slow down and don't keep pumping these out like, water in a
Maybe
water
every
hose.
2 years, right?
You're right. I hope they kind of slow it down and bring it back to that level where it was special.
Yeah, and I think the doll have this lack of creativity. I don't know why she's in this bride dress. I don't know actually.
I I think it's a bride, but the and I'm gonna butcher the language. The La Lorna is uh a Mexican character. I know that
Yeah,
we have
there's a lot
here in
of there's a
America,
lot of
we had a
versions.
scary movie. We had a scary movie
Yeah,
based on that character. So, um, when I saw the name and I saw the image of it first, I was kind of surprised because when I think of the name, I think of that movie that was out here a couple years ago about her being like a vengeful spirit and killing people or whatever. So, I don't know if she's a bride or what she is. I'm not real sure,
yeah.
but
There are a lot of versions of these kind of tale. And I don't know, but there is so much you can do with that you could do with this doll. Like for example, they could have done her makeup melting with tears, and maybe the dress in this kind of wet shape, like we saw with the Kim Kardashian in the Met Gala with this wet dress. And
yeah,
there's so much they could have done, and it seems like she's just not so good. It's not some. I expected more.
yeah. That,
They have made her headpiece with water like plastic, and they made the dress kind of bluish. So everyone think about water, and there's these paintings that resemble tears. But after all, we could have. I think we could have done more. I don't know if this is Mattel stopping him from doing it, or if it's actually him with a lack of creativity.
I don't know. I don't know. It could be, a lot of times I know these designers will submit things and especially like with me, collecting prototypes and samples, um, it gets so watered down, by the time it hits the market. and so and costed down. We talked about that holiday
Yeah.
Barbie. Um,
Yeah.
that dog, and I know that because I actually spoke with her, um, the Dream Glow Barbie from the 80s, um, if you're familiar with that, um, I know the woman that designed it, and she told me that she was walking down the hallway present it, and people were stopping her saying, "Oh my God, that doll is fabulous." It was blue. It was actually blue and white.
Really? I
And
didn't know
people were stopping her in the hall saying, "Oh my God, that doll is beautiful." And she took it into the meeting and they raved about it. They said, "Oh my God, it's fabulous. It glows in the dark. It's, blah, blah, blah." And they said, "Oh, it's super. We're going to go ahead and do it. Oh, by the way, we're changing it to pink."
Yeah, because that is something w- we never thought about.
Yeah. And what's really funny was at that time, um, I hate to say it, but you weren't even born then. Um, uh,
Oh my God.
no, no, I'm kidding. No, but
Yeah, I'm 1989. What?
oh my God, that's the year I graduated from high school. Yikes. Okay. Um, but us collectors at that time were begging for stuff that wasn't pink, you know, and so
We still are begging.
although that's a play line doll, but still the doll originally was blue and they loved it. And they said, "Oh my God, it's great. We're going to go ahead and do it. Oh, but by the way, we're going to change it to pink instead of blue."
Yeah, yeah,
And she told me
very,
she was just
very.
heartbroken, just
Yeah,
heartbroken,
of course, of course.
So who knows what that doll looked like
Yeah,
originally
one thing
and
I
what
love it about. Yeah, yeah. Sorry, I interrupt.
I just said who knows what that doll originally looked like and what it got watered down to. I know I have a Barbie outfit that was done by a designer, and I have the prototype of what the outfit looked like. And by the time that outfit came out on the market, didn't even look like what was originally designed. They just
Oh, you need a
totally
picture of that.
okay. Well, see, I got pictures. I can
Maybe,
do that.
maybe, maybe,
Maybe, maybe no,
maybe.
but that it didn't. It just got watered down and watered down, and so
Yeah.
who knows? That doll could have been blue. That doll could have had a headdress that looked like rain or water dripping, and they just were like, oh, no. Why don't
No.
you go change it back? Why don't you? So
Yeah. One thing I loved about this doll was actually the photo shoot they did for her. They actually released a movie with these behind the scenes, and I love when Mattel does Mattel make these dioramas with fake trees and miniatures, and it's amazing. I
it
love
is.
it.
It is. And that's one of the things I love, when I do my pictures on Sundays, making the backgrounds, doing all that. And one year at the Barbie convention, they actually brought a bunch of those props that they used in those photo shoots and
Yeah.
commercials,
In the
and it
Barbie
was amazing.
Model collection.
Yeah, the Fashion Model collection, and it was amazing to see that stuff up close. And what
You
was
know,
really funny was
uh,
they had the William and Kate uh backdrop and everything.
yeah, I remember that.
And and you've seen it. Um and I told my friends later, and they said, "Why didn't you tell us? We would have totally helped you with this." Because I have a Princess Diana. And
Yeah.
I said, I so wanted to like jump over the velvet rope, put that doll with William and Kate and take a picture. And they said, we would have totally helped you. We would have crowded all around you so they couldn't see. And you could have put that doll and taken a picture and then, ran. But I'm inspired by those behind the scenes, every dioramas and everything. Yes, I love that.
Yeah. In this video, in the video of this doll we are talking about, I saw a ship, a ship, um, a ship diorama like Titanic, and I thought, oh, maybe they are doing a new Titanic doll, but at the end it was, I remember it. It was from the Barbie Fashion Model collection, where we had uh these gowns and
Yes.
you know where I'm talking
Yeah, we're
about.
on the bridge where they're on the bridge of the ship, and it
Yes, that's
shows.
right.
Yes, 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 yes.
Yes. So those seems to uh, those seems like we're getting another Titanic doll.
No,
So
nope.
I got this doll. She sold out. If you want it, you can buy from scalpers that are selling her for double the price or maybe triple the price. So it's up to you.
Right.
So
What?
the next team is Golden Dream Christie. Golden Dream Christie. It's this doll. We I think that it was last year. Bill Greening did this voting where we could choose what Christie doll we wanted to see reproduced.
Yep.
So
Yes.
everyone voted, and the one who got the prize was Golden Dream Christie. So, do you like Christie? How you feel about Christie? How you feel like she's being reproduced?
I love it. Um, in fact, I actually bought the doll brand new in 1981 when the doll came out in
Oh, really?
1981. Yes, I bought that doll,
You
Golden Dream
you
Barbie
still have her?
and Golden Dream Christie, off the shelves. I bought those dolls
Do
when they
you
were brand new.
do you still have them? Do you
The
still have
original?
them?
I don't
Yes.
have it anymore. I don't have it anymore. I sold it a while ago. So, I sold it probably like 20 years ago. So, um, but anyway, so when they announced they had this, you know, voting, um, there was fashion photo Christie, pink and pretty Christie, and of course the Golden Dream Christie. So, me being having bought the doll, new, I'm like, you got to impress me. Um, the doll, it is not an exact copy. Okay, it is not an exact copy. There are some differences in the doll. However, the doll is spectacular. I think the doll is spectacular. Um, and I'm going to share something with you. Anyway, here's mine.
Oh,
Um, yeah.
oh, you already have yours. Three of them? Really?
Yes. Yes. So a lot of people um complained um about the doll. Uh the outfit is a little bit different. It's not like the bodysuit isn't the exact pattern, and I understand that. I can
And
deal with
the
that.
hair. The
And the
hair is
hair,
actually pretty different from the prototype we
right,
saw last year.
right. But with a couple little things, that
Oh,
and
I thought you were just about to show me the prototype.
no, 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 no. Okay, there, and some spray gel. Okay, so clearly we can see we got some box hair there. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I don't know. Okay. However, with a little pruning,
Oh my
this is
God,
what you.
you did it?
Yes, I did this last night at midnight while I was having a snack. So,
Oh,
but
that's a little thing.
yeah, just a little thing. But you can.
Oh,
That's what you can do.
it's amazing. That's a lot
Yeah,
of her, actually. I thought
yeah,
that you
whole
had
yeah,
not
yeah.
a whole bunch of.
Yeah. She never had quite this much hair, but like I said, with just a little bit of work, um, and like I said, I did that while I was having a snack. It was very easy to do. Um, if any of your uh, uh our viewers, um, I actually what I did was I wrapped her in a wash rag and I pinned it real close. I just wet the back of the hair and I squeezed out the water. I sprayed the gel on it and I went through it with the pick and it separated all the curls. Put some more gel, went back through with the pick. It separated all the curls. I let it dry, laying down flat on top of our coffee pot. And then this morning I went in and I just clipped that rubber band and finger styled it, and that's how it came out.
Oh
Just
my
like
God, that's amazing.
yeah,
I actually not a huge. Yeah, I'm not a hair person, but
okay.
I love when I see these people that know how to work with hair, like you. Yeah, I think you are so talented with that.
Oh, thank you. But I wanted to let our viewers know how easy it was. That actually took me about 5 minutes to do that whole
Okay,
thing
okay,
from two.
okay. Don't talk about that anymore.
Very, very, very easy to do. Very, very easy.
It seems like it's very easy to do. I can see.
Yes.
For those of you that didn't catch it, I'm being ironic right
Yes.
now.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
No, I understand.
So
But it's very easy to fix. Yeah.
it's not so easy, I think. But if you have 3 or 4 dolls that you can try into, I
Right.
think you can try because I would never do that because oh my god, I don't have this type of skill. It's not for
Oh,
me.
I think you
But I
can. I
love
have faith
who
in
can
you.
do.
I
Yeah,
have
yeah,
faith in
I
you.
don't. I don't. So Michael, about it all, who you voted for last year?
I actually I actually voted for the pink and pretty Christie because I like
Yeah, she's
pink.
beautiful actually.
Yeah, I like her. You know, the golden I mean, and I bought Pink and Pretty Christie when they were brand new, so I mean, uh, but I voted for Pink and Pretty Christie because she was kind of fabulous. The Golden Dream one was great, don't get me wrong, I love her too, but I'm thrilled with the doll. I mean, I really there's a couple things um that me and one of my friends who's a huge Christie fan, and he's got every Christie ever made, every variation, and I call it. He has the Christie Museum. Um, One of the things that Mattel and Bill at this point was not there anymore, and because I think if Bill would have seen it, he would have said, "Wait a minute," is it said, "Oh, she had a jumpsuit," and me and my friend Lloyd were like, "Oh, wait a minute, why does it say she has a jumpsuit? She should have a bodysuit. She should have pants. She should have." So we were very happy when she arrived, and she has the bodysuit and the pants and everything.
Oh,
So
I didn't know that.
yeah, she does have a bodysuit. So which is great, like the original, I think they did a great job. I think Bill did a great job. Um I also think if Bill was there, he would have made sure that they put the right date on the box, because they put the wrong date on the box, as probably many of you viewers know. It says 1980. She did not come out till 1981. Um, so
Really, I didn't saw that. I didn't saw actually. Let me see. Oh, you actually right. I didn't
yeah.
saw that.
And so other thing, but she's got, she has a new body. She's not the
It's not the
body.
same body. They use it for the
No,
original.
they've well, no, the bodies that they've been using were later edition versions of the body. So this one actually is more like the original body than what we had been getting, uh like on the My Favorite Barbie and some of these other dolls, the fashion photo PJ. The body is better, and I'm sure we have Bill to thank for that, because he knows how much sticklers we are for things, to be authentic. Um, like I said, um, it's not an exact copy, but that's okay because she's pretty fabulous. I mean, if she wasn't, I
Yeah,
wouldn't have
she's pretty
three of them.
rare.
I
Yeah,
wouldn't have
I
three of
definitely agree with you. I'm happy about the doll we end up getting. I know a lot of collectors that seems to like more of Barbie friends than Barbie itself.
them.
Christie is one of the first Afro American friends of Barbie. Of course,
Right.
we had Frenchie, I believe. Frenchie was the first one to get black skin, but
Yeah. Right.
an exclusive Afro American friend of Barbie. The first one was Christie. So I love Christie. She's amazing. She's beautiful. I'm not a huge fan of the Steffi faces cup. Seems to me like she's getting pacifier in her mouth. So
Right.
uh, I'm not a huge fan. I think that should serve a new face, but it's a repro after all.
Yeah. Well, it's, I mean, a lot of people, don't like, let's say the vintage Barbie sculpt or the twist and turn. It's a matter of choice and whether you like
Yeah,
it. It's I like it. It's one of my favorite head molds that they've done. Um, if you just a fun fact, if you look at the original promo pictures of the Neptune Fantasy Bob Mackie Barbie, um, she has a Steffi face. And
Oh, I don't
when
remember
she
that.
came and when she came out, that's when, as you probably know, and us collectors, whenever the first doll comes out with a new head mold, that christens it. That's why it's the Mackie head mold. Those were the first dolls
Yeah,
with that closed mouth, and that's what, but yeah, the
like with
prototype of it
Daria,
has a steppy face. So,
like
and
Daria.
I keep hoping that one day it'll turn up, somewhere, somehow that prototype, Neptune Fantasy will
It's
show up
laying
for sale
around.
somewhere, laying around
Yeah,
somewhere. So
like the Daria from the Mother of the Moment collection, she actually has a lot of face sculpt, and after I don't know when, after some time, they actually decided for a original face sculpt that was Daria.
yes,
Daria.
Daria.
Yeah.
Yes, because the first one was the Laura head mold,
Yeah,
and then I have one with a Mackie face.
yeah, really. I didn't know they
Yeah.
made a her with the Maki face, but face.
And then well, they were progressing, and so it first had the Laura face, then I have a sample that is made with the Mackie face, and then what we ended up getting was the Daria face. But as many of your viewers may have remembered, when that doll, and oh my God, when they first showed that doll with the Laura head mold, which is one of my favorite head molds too, um, when they don't overuse it, because they got to be a time where they with it. But anyway, um, I don't know if you remember, but the first photographs of that doll, her necklace was pearls, and it had the word sex in letters on her necklace.
Really, I never saw that. Actually, I will look
yes,
out for these pictures.
yes, and it was fabulous. And I remember we were like, "Oh my God, this is really Mattel, like stepping out, their comfort
Yeah,
zone."
yeah.
And then the next thing you knew, it had like just a pearl necklace, but in the beginning it said sex, which I was like, "That's fabulous."
I don't know if that's true, but the Daria face sculpt seems to be uh made after Paris Hilton. I don't know if that's true, but
I
she
can see it.
resembles her a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, you
and
mentioned,
like the Marisa doll was made after Gisele Bündchen, the Brazilian model.
yes. I remember you saying that
Uh,
before, and I can see it.
yeah,
I can totally see that being Giselle. Yeah, that's um
yeah,
the
and on her
Dahlia. I
box they say she's a model from Brazil. Actually, the Marisa doll
yes,
for São Paulo.
yeah. Um, I know the Daria. I can totally see it because at the time that's the look that Paris Hilton was kind of working, and stuff. So I can see that. I can totally see that. That makes sense. So
So about the Golden Ring Christie, I'm really
yeah,
surprised she didn't sold out quickly. We still have her on Mattel Creations website at this moment. We're recording these. So if you like her, you can get her for about $60. Is that right? I don't
yeah,
remember her price.
$60. Yes, yes. And what I
$60.
thought was very interesting was, um, it was limited to one. When it first went on sale, it was only limited to one per person, and so she sold, very well. And then the next day, they opened it up to you could basically get as many as you want, which I thought was very interesting because a lot of times they don't do that. When it says limited one, it's limited. It was for the collectors
Actually,
club.
uh, for the last sellings, they have been doing that. They have this 24-hour window where you can buy also one or two of the doll, and after that, you can buy as much as what.
But that's something new though. They've been like the collectors, and the club members, we get first crack at it. And then when they open it up to the public, it's still only one. And then, but this was like, I bought mine, and then I actually had a friend in another state. She didn't want one, so she bought one. And then I went in a couple days later, I was looking for something else and they showed the Christie. And I'm like, wait a minute, what? And so I just put one in my cart and I thought, oh, well, clearly it's going to tell me no, because that's happened before when I've tried to buy, an extra of something. And the sale went right on through. And so that's how I ended up with three of them. I almost bought one for Howard. So, uh, but
So you could
so,
grab it from him.
right.
I know where you
Maybe. Yeah. Yeah.
maybe.
So maybe we'll see.
Yeah.
So, but no, I love the doll. I think it's great. Once again, it's not an exact copy, but it is pretty damn close. And I think that if you want the doll, get the doll. Don't hesitate, because I have a feeling that these dolls, there's a lot of the kids. Oh, well, I was a kid too, kind of. I was a teenager, but in the 80s that wanted this doll, didn't get this doll. I think, now this is my own view. I think this doll is going to go up. I think we're going to see these dolls sell out,
Yeah.
and I think
On
these dolls start
eBay.
to go up very quickly. Yeah, yeah,
I can see that as well.
yeah.
So Michael, how about Ilona Maher? I don't know if that's how it pronounced her name. Ilona Maher. I don't know. Ilona Maher. It's the player, the rugby player.
Oh, the rugby play. Okay, yeah, okay.
Yeah, yeah. How its name is how her name is pronounced?
I don't know.
Yeah. Anyway, this girl we're trying to talk about, she is a rugby player, and Mattel is presenting her as a new doll for 2026 with this new type of body that it's the muscle body for Barbie. We already have this muscle body for Ken, and Mattel is presenting this new body to Barbie as well. So what do you think about this? And we will be also getting a slim body for Ken. So
Yes.
what do you think about these dolls?
Um, I'm kind of on the fence. I'm kind of on the fence. In one hand, um, I think that it's great, that we're getting more variety types of bodies, because my thinking is further down the
Great.
road, um, let's say that we get a celebrity that's shaped like her, you know. Okay, now we're gonna have a
Like
more
a
accurate
ragged
body
girl.
or something. Yeah, yeah. So on that hand, I think it's great. Um, she's a muscular girl. I mean, she is a muscular
She's
girl,
really muscular.
she's very muscular. Um, I'm not, I have nieces that play. I have one of my nieces actually qualified for the Junior Olympics. And she is solid. I mean, she is a solid, um, so I kind of think they could have made the body a little less manly. I think they could have made the body a little, and I'm not saying, and I'm not trying to be disrespectful. I just think that they maybe could have done it a little bit more feminine. I think they could have tweaked it a little bit. Um, I think it's great. I think it's great that they're showing women in all sizes and all shapes and everything. I think it's great. I do kind of think, though, they could have tweaked it just a little bit. Not a whole lot,
Yeah,
just a little bit.
yeah, but I think that the body. I totally agree with you. I think they could have done the body a little less muscle, a little less masculine. But I think the bigger problem is, will Mattel know how to work with this body and the heads? Because when they present the doll, they actually showed these dolls on the shelf, where we had this Simone doll with the bang here,
Uh-huh.
and she was curvy before, and they put the head in this muscle body, and for me it didn't fit. I rather her with the curvy body. So I think the bigger problem is, will Mattel know how to work with this body? What do you think?
I hope so. I hope so. I hope they learn to work with it. Um, like I said, I hope so. I hope they learn how to work with that body. And will we, here's my thing is, um, will we get other dolls with this body? I certainly hope this is not a
Yeah,
one-time
I believe
only
so.
thing. Um,
Those seems like I believe even we may have a playline doll with this type of body.
we could, could we see that could they make it not so articulated like a made to move body? Um, and could that body show
I
up on
believe
a
it is
fashionista?
made to move body, right?
Yes, yes. But could we get that same body shape with just, movable arms, movable legs in the fashionista line? I'm very curious um what they're going to do with the body, what the further uh plans are with it, you know. Um because I think that that doll is not going to be cheap, you know. Um and I think that that'd be great if they could integrate it into the fashionista line, make it less
I don't think
articulated.
that she will be expensive. I believe that she will be under the Shiro collection and $50 maybe.
Right. A lot of parents can't afford that, but they can
Yeah,
afford a
but
$10 doll.
I'm telling
Mm.
about a collector. We're talking about a collector doll. So for a collector, I
Right.
think that the price will be kind of reasonable.
Right. But for what I'm saying is if they put it, I'm curious if it'll end up less articulated like in the fashionista line. I mean, I think it'd be
Yeah,
interesting if
I
they,
hope so.
you know, um, where that way kids that look like her will have access to a doll that looks like that. I certainly hope they do end up using the body more than just one time. Um, but the thing is, that's happened before where Mattel has used a doll body one time and they've never used it again.
Yeah, from what I remember, we had these only in the specific dolls that needed this body.
The What was that again? One more time. I'm sorry. The
I'm saying that I only can remember a couple of times that they did that, like on the Farha Fawcett doll, where they used this doll with the leg banded. Do you remember Farha Fawcett?
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Well, that was,
So
but like like for example, a Playline doll that they used a body one time. Um, and it's kind of an interesting story, which I'll just kind of touch on. And when we do our doll talk video, I'll talk more about it. But one of the dolls they used the body on one time only was the Very Velvet dolls, the Very Velvet Barbie and Friends. They only used
I
that
don't
body
remember them.
one time, and she's something also unusual, which I'll kind of tell the whole story as it was told to me. She is actually sewn into her outfit. You cannot take off. She's in a bodysuit. She's in a cat suit, and she's actually sewn into it. And there's a reason why they're sewn into it, which I'll go into our adult talk video.
Oh my God.
Why
I will,
why they're sewn?
I will ask you that on our doll talk
Yes,
show.
yes, yes, yes.
Yeah, another doll I remember is the what's her name? The one in red, the red suit.
Oh,
It's
Rosie
another body
O'Donnell.
that was yeah. Rosie O'Donnell doll had the first curvy Barbie body.
She did, and I'll tell you a really funny story. I have a prototype body for that, and is and our viewers, she has flat feet, and but I have a prototype body for it, and she has Barbie high heeled feet.
I don't see how they could have portrayed Rosie O'Donnell in high heels.
It's scary. It's scary because it goes from like this big, you know, oh there we go. Sorry, it goes from like that big at the ankle to like that big at the thigh. I mean, it's like, oh my god, you know. But I'll have to show that. But yeah, I have this body, and it's made out of resin, and it has high heel feet. I'm like, okay.
Very interesting.
Yes, yes, yes.
So, Michael, about our doll, the Hugby girl. We had other dolls that were presented with her, and they were dolls that represent another players. I don't know if they are all Hugby players, but
Uh-huh.
they're beautiful dolls, but unfortunately one of a kind dolls.
Yes, from what I knew. Yeah, it was, I believe they all were rugby girls because I believe there was four of them
Yeah, for
that they
them
showed. And yeah, yeah, I believe they all were. I don't, they weren't all on the same team. I guess they were different teams, rugby
and different
team.
countries.
Yeah.
We had a Canadian girl, an African American girl. Uh, I don't remember the other players' nationalities. Anyway, I don't like this type of thing. I don't like when they make one of a kind dolls because these dolls we cannot have, obviously. And Mattel presents amazing dolls in amazing outfits and under Shiro collection that are one of a kind, and I don't like that at all because I want that all.
Well,
And
sometimes though, I I agree with you. If you're going to do some of this stuff, um, you know, make it available to everybody if you can. You know,
yeah,
um, and the thing is, what I find is sometimes when they're doing these dolls, this is stuff we're begging for. We're begging for this stuff, and
yeah,
they know we're begging for it, and we don't get it.
I know.
One of the things which I don't know if it's on the topic list there, we'll talk about a doll um that was a Shiro, and we're going to be getting it, and I have a theory. Um, is the Kylie Minogue. That was a Shiro, doll. And then the next thing is we're getting the doll, you know. Um,
That
because
won't
enough
be on our topic this month because we had so many dolls and she's not presented yet as actual production doll, but
right.
she will hope she will be on our next show.
Well, they also moved the date because she was supposed to come out on the 18th of November, and last
And
night they announced now it's February of
I
26.
don't think I still don't believe it because we still have this doll on the 18 November 18
Yeah.
launching.
I yeah. I don't know. But I've seen it in two separate places where it said now it is February and not this month. And I kind of have a theory about why that is, if it's true,
Why do you
why
think that
it's
is?
I think that Mattel, now this is just my own personal view. I think Mattel is tired of hearing Bill's name. I think Bill is taking so much spotlight from other with all his dolls that are coming out and all his dolls are selling out. I think they delayed the doll. Now, this is my own personal view. I do not know this for a fact. I think they moved the doll's date out to kind of like let his name just kind of die down. Um,
I don't know.
that's right.
Maybe
Because
I
you
think
got
that if
all this
that's
other
the reason,
designers. Huh?
if that's the reason, I think they only delay and they are slowing the band-aid off. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. I think they're because you've got all these dolls that are coming out by all these other designers, yet we've had uh the Halloween doll, which people went flipped over for. We had the Soapstone Bubble Cut, which people flipped out over. We have the Golden Dream Christie, which people flipped out over. We have the Kylie Minogue doll, which people, and I
And
think it's
modern
kind of
art
like, well,
Barbie and style by design doll.
right, the style by design, the modern, but I think that it's kind of like the Brady Bunch, where Jan says, Marsha, Marsha, Marsha. It's always about Marsha, I think
Yeah,
that
but
I think they want to kind of like let
I
him
think that
set.
I think Mattel will end up hiring him back because I don't see how they can move on without Bill,
Yeah,
and especially on the reproduction line. And
right.
we had, I believe it was 2021 or 2020. I don't remember. Oh my God. I love
Yeah.
it.
I love that little sweatshirt. Hey, icon.
Yeah, I love Bill. We had in
Yes.
2020 or 2021, we had uh, a lot of dolls from Carlisle. And I thought, I was thinking, I remember talking to my friends that maybe everyone else in Mattel have died and only Carlisle was left because all the dolls was from Carlisle. And I think that is what we getting right now with Bill. And I hope we get a lot of dolls from Bill still.
Uh-huh. I know we're supposed to
I
still
think
have, he said stuff in 26, he still had stuff coming out in 26. He said that
I think they
several
will end
times.
up hiding Bill back. I don't know if that's only my hope of there's a little chance of this happening. What do you think?
Right. Um, I would hope they do, because they've made a big mistake. They made a big
Yeah,
mistake. Um, I'm
yeah,
sure you've seen it on with your friends and on your social media, your accounts that, you're friends with people, and me too, that in groups I'm in on Facebook, and people said, I'm not going to be buying any more collector things. I'm not going to be, why did you do this? Why did you,
yeah.
um, why, who's my thing is, we saw what the reproduction dolls used to look like before Bill got in there and revamped the reproduction ponytails and all that stuff. We saw what those dolls look like. Those dolls were a mess, you know. And
And
so,
Bill is actually a collector.
and a collector, being a collector too, I think was, he had his finger on the pulse of what people liked, what people wanted. Um, I would hope that they realize their mistake. I would really hope they realize what they've done. Um, I I don't think they have yet. I think they've got an inclination, but my thing also is, pretty much all the dolls that he's done has sold out within a matter of days or so, where we still have some of these other designers' dolls that are now nearing 2 years old that you can still buy in the Mattel at Mattel Creation.
Creation side. I think that's a huge mistake, and I miss you, Bill. And if you're watching this, I don't think you will be watching this because we're not so big yet. But Bill, I love you. I love your dolls, and I think that Mattel did a huge mistake, and I hope they end up uh, getting back on track with this.
I hope so too. I hope so too. So,
I don't think they
oh,
will, but I hope.
yeah, yeah. We can hope, we can hope. So,
Yeah.
uh,
So the Ilona Maher doll, she will be available for us collectors to buy next year, 2026. And obviously, being a huge Shiro collector, like you can see back here on my shelf, I will probably end up getting her, even though I don't know how the final production doll will end up being.
right, right.
So,
Hopefully good.
we have, oh, I'm sorry. I interrupted you.
Oh, I was just saying, hopefully it'll be real good, so.
Yeah, yeah, I hope so. But we had really bad dolls under this collection. Like, for example, I don't even remember her name, but just one sec. I probably will drop the ball. Uh, Here,
Oh,
like
yes.
this one doll.
Uh-huh.
I don't remember the name, but
I
oh
don't
my
either.
gosh, she's so ugly. And the character, the actual character, uh, it's Morgan on her back. I don't remember, sorry, but uh, this is under the old fans collection.
Uh-huh. Yeah. I can remember when we had those at Target. Yeah. When I worked there at Target. Yes. So,
Yeah, I'm sorry, Morgan.
I think it's Alexis Morgan. I think her name is
Yeah,
Alexis
Alex
Morgan.
Morgan.
Yes.
Yeah, that's right. And Alex Morgan is actually a beautiful, beautiful girl, a beautiful woman. And I'm sorry you had to deal with this doll.
Yeah.
I don't know why she's smiling. You're ugly, bitch. So I know. I push a lot.
You're terrible.
Lines. I thank you, thank you. Yeah. So it's Barbie Stevenix, the one witch.
Yes.
So this year we have this new Steve Nicks doll. It's not the first one. We had the first Steve Nicks dolls, I believe it was in 2023, and she was in black. And now we have this second doll of Steve Nicks, and I'm really happy with this doll because Steve Nicks seems to be really enjoying all this Barbie stuff. What really amazes me because I love when the people that are being honored.
Honor.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry,
No, it's okay.
honored, honored. Love Barbie, and actually seems to be enjoying all this buzzing around. And she said that she would love if all her customs would be turned into Barbie customs,
Right.
and we collectors as well. So, what do you think about the Sydney's shoe doll?
I like it. I mean, I like the first one, which was from the album, the Fleetwood Mac album called Rumors, uh, which was in 1977. And I remember seeing that record. I'm so old. I remember seeing that record in the store and my sister buying it for a friend of hers for a birthday gift. And then the new one is from her solo album in 1981 called Belladonna. I remember that too.
That's absolutely
I
right.
think both dolls.
And
I think
in
both
the end,
dolls are good. Yeah, I think they're great. I think both dolls are great. Um, I would like to see at least one more in a Stevie Nicks costume. I'm very
I
curious.
can see they're doing.
I'm very curious if she signed to do just one doll and it was successful, and then they had her sign to do a second one, or if they had her sign something to do three dolls. So I'm very curious to see
I don't think
what.
they had a second doll in mind when they did the first one.
I don't know. I mean, they work pretty far in advance. Back in the day, it doesn't take as long now, but back in the day, when they would from doll concept to doll being out on the shelf, it took 18 months for a doll
I
to
think
go
that a
from.
little bit faster these days.
So it's a little bit faster now. So I don't know. But I think she's great. I think she's a great addition. Um, I also think one of the things, and this is just my opinion, why Stevie Nicks likes this too is because um there's a lot of people who did not know who Stevie Nicks was. And now, but they're Barbie collectors. So I think that's gained her a new audience as well.
Yeah,
know. Um,
I think that too.
so yeah, I think that's good. Uh, the only thing I'm kind of, and I saw this the other night, and I sent you a message, if you remember, was when the first pictures came out. Well, the pictures of Stevie Nicks, she's got these things. I thought they were earrings, and then later on, I realized, oh, it was a headband, and those were hanging down, on each side of her face. And I'm like, oh, okay. So when I saw the doll, I thought, oh, okay, that's, she must have the headband under her bangs, and then a couple days ago, somebody got one and they opened it, and those things hanging down on the side are stuck in her ears, in
Yeah,
like ear pods.
it's not sorry, your head a head thing
Not head.
anymore. It's a ring. A ring.
Yeah.
Oh, a ear ring.
Right. Once again, I thought it was earrings, and then I realized, oh, it's the headband. And then I realized when somebody showed it on Facebook the other day, I'm like, oh my God, they stuck those in her ears. Um, would I get one even though I know about the ear thing? Yeah, I think I would be interested in getting one. She sold out very quickly again. It's a beautiful doll. I know a lot of people like this one better than the first one. Um, So I think she's a great looking doll. Good price point, once again, good price point. So, what do you think about it? What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I think that I actually have five things that I was saving for talking with you and our viewers, of course. And the first one is the bird. The bird should have been made. I don't like the paper bird that they put in the box. So that's the first thing that I don't like about this doll. The second thing I'd like to talk, you can say, Michael?
Oh, I was going to say, and they can do it because if people remember back in the early to mid 2000s, there was a line of goddess dolls, and one of the dolls has a bird that's actually perched on her arm. Um, I
No.
I don't know if
So
it's an
you like you
owl.
can buy one.
I don't know if it's an owl or not.
Look after that.
Um, but people, it was a whole goddess. It was like a goddess of spring and a goddess of knowledge, I think. And the god, anyway, and the doll actually has her arm out, and there's an actual bird clipped
It's a
to
white
her
bird.
arm.
Is it a white bird?
It's, I think it's brown, but all you gotta do is change the plastic color.
Yeah, 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 I know. But first,
Yeah,
let's
so they've got
try
the mold.
one of
I
these.
think I think the bird is brown on that doll's arm, but um I kind of agree with you. I wish they would have done the bird on her arm. I think that would have been, you know, a step above, made it go further.
I would love. I will look after that later.
Okay.
Maybe I can paint. I don't know if the bird is actually made of plastic.
Yeah,
Is
it's
it?
actually plastic and it snaps on her arm. Yes.
Oh, I will look after that because if that's a really good fit, I will try to get one for my Stevie Nicks doll. The second thing I was saving for this talk, for this doll talk, is the price. As you said, the doll sold out quickly. Yesterday, she was available, I believe it was on, what's the name of this fancy toy store?
FAO Schwartz.
Yeah, that one. She was available there, and I think that if you liked it all and you were not able to get it all with Mattel Creations or another stars, I believe that like a Layup doll and basketball player.
Uh-huh. Shaquille O'Neal.
No, Shaquille O'Neal
Oh,
was not in available in doll
oh, I
form.
thought you said basketball player. I was.
Yeah, it's not. What's LeBron James doll?
Oh,
Like,
yeah. Oh, LeBron. Yeah, I'm sorry.
yeah.
What did I
What
say?
did you had? Stephen is Shaquille O'Neal doll?
I said Shaquille O'Neal. I was thinking LeBron James. I'm so sorry. I was thinking LeBron James.
Oh, but it
I
was
was
funny.
thinking, I was like, the look on your face was priceless too. No, the LeBron James.
Like,
Yes.
yeah, like the Alaya doll and LeBron James dolls, I believe we will have a new wave of the Stevie Nicks True doll. So I don't think anyone should pay the scalper's price because she
And
went up.
and another
She's
another
exactly.
place that also I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. Another place that apparently also got them in was Best Buy, which is here in America. It's an electronics store, and apparently they
Yeah,
were on the
I know
Best
that.
Buy website. Yeah. So the Stevie Nicks were on the Best Buy website yesterday.
So I believe that Mattel will produce more dolls.
I'm
So
sure they will.
don't end up, don't fall into the scalper
No.
plan.
And on that same note, um uh I can remember when they reintroduced the Brats a few years ago, and there were the four dolls, the four main characters, and they introduced them to a store at our mall. It's a teenage girl store called Justice, and Justice had them for a month. They only had the exclusivity for a month on them, and people were paying $250 for these dolls, and $30 30 days later, the store only had a 30-day exclusivity. 30 days later, we had them at my Target. They were at Walmart. They were all over the place. So once again, like Vinicius says, wait a little bit. I know we get excited about stuff. Do not um give these scalpers your money. We'll just wait,
Yeah.
and they'll come down. Um in fact, funny, we would just talk about the Christie. I saw those Christies as high as $109 for those Golden Dream Christies. And I'm like, they're going to replenish.
The new one, the Pro one, or the original one?
Yeah, the Golden Dream Christie that just came out. There were people that were trying to sell them for $109. Don't give these scalpers your money. Don't wait a little bit. Let these people get stuck with these dolls um for months or years. I'll tell you, doll, that the scalping was
The
ridiculous.
doll
Was
you
the
want,
Queen
you end
Elizabeth.
up in your hands.
Yeah, the Queen
Double
Elizabeth
her
doll.
shell.
Um, luckily, I paid $75 for mine. I was able to get mine from a friend for 75, but they started going down in price, and you didn't have to pay. Somebody I know still is trying to sell theirs for $525 on eBay. I'm like, no, don't give these scalpers your money. Wait,
Funny story. Mattel I brought two, one for me, one for my friend Arthur Klaus, that I hope is watching. Well, I hope you're watching, my friend, me and Michael. And Mattel lost my dolls, and I end up not getting from Mattel Creations because they hadn't any more dolls to send.
right.
So I end up paying $200 US dollar, but not from eBay. I brought from China. China sent me the doll, and I was really, really afraid that I end up getting one of the fake ones. But at the end of the story, it was the real one, the original one.
Ah, that's fantastic.
Yeah,
That's
but
fantastic.
unfortunately, I paid for one doll another promo.
Right.
Pay two, get one.
That's so awful. I'm so sorry they do that. I'm so sorry. Yikes.
Yeah, it happens, unfortunately. Anyway, I believe I said three things. I don't remember anymore.
Oh, I thought you said there were five, but I'm sorry.
Yeah, I said there were five, but
Oh, so far
already
you said
that-
three. Yes. I'm sorry.
Yeah. So, the fourth thing is she have this Britney Spears face sculpt. Can you see that?
I can see where people see that. Yes, I can see where people see that.
Yes. I can see Britney Spears and I'm Slave for You video clip with this the mouth a little bit open. I don't know. Don't mind. I don't have Britney Spears face.
You do a very good Britney Spears impersonation.
Yeah. I just need the blonde hair. So, and the last thing, I forgot the last thing. Steve Nicks. Yeah, I don't remember. Maybe I will remember later. But that was five things that I was supposed to say about the Steve Nicks doll. Anyway, maybe in the next show.
Maybe I can help you. I know one of the things that people have complained about was the boots with the leg warmers.
No, but I think that's a good subject, you can say.
Oh, that they said that they really thought that they could have done fabric leg warmers.
I totally agree. And I can see Mattel doing in fabric in the 90s and 2000s, late early 2000s. It's the thing with this new CEO that I hope end up fired. So I'm really acid today, and I know. So anyway, you don't fall into scalpers and buy your doll later this year or maybe early next year, because I think she will be available everywhere, like a Laya doll and the LeBron James doll.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. So our last subject, it is the boho chic Barbie. Like the Golden Increased Barbie, we had this voting last year where we chose between two new outfits for a new Barbiestyle doll that should be the first Barbie Brooklyn doll collector doll.
Yes.
We had this shit outfit. We have boho chic, and the other one was shit. I don't know if that's the word, because shit also means shit. Or ah my god, I don't remember the name of the outfit, but it was
Okay.
boho chic and then another one, and we had to choose between these two. And I actually voted for the other one because I think the other one was much more into bark style. And but we end up getting boho chic. And what do you think about this doll? What do you think about the outfit? Which outfit did you vote for? Did you vote for?
Um, I voted for the other outfit too. I can't remember, but I voted for the other outfit too. Um, I think I think she's great. The what we did get, even though I like the other one better, I still think it's, a collector, you know, Brooklyn, I think is very interesting, uh, that they did that. I think it's great. Don't get me wrong. I like Brooklyn. I do, here's where we've talked about this before. I know a lot of people are very critical about the boots, but you you got to understand. I don't mean that like derogatory. You got to understand that, like, if they did those boots in that fake leatherette stuff, those things would be peeling and at the bottom of the box in a year or two. So I really
But
don't
they could
mind
have made it sweat. Do you know the sweat fabric?
suede. Yes, yeah,
They could
they
have
could have
made
done
that.
suede. Yeah, they could have done suede. Um, I understand about the boots. No, I agree. They could have done suede. Um,
Or
I think she's
maybe
cute.
the Gloria Stefan doll. She had these amazing pair of boots
Yes.
with
Yeah.
in leopard uh, printing.
Yeah, the leopard print. Yes. Yes. Um, I think they could have I think they could have done fabric boots. I think especially with it being a collector doll. Um, and I'll give you a doll that's a card is that doll that Bill did, that last doll that Bill did within the mod outfit. She's got boots. She's got
Yeah,
fabric
yeah.
boots. So I do kind of think even if they did I'm not a huge fan of this, but if they had done spats like they did with like Rocker Barbie back in the 80s, where it was she had a shoe on, but then she had
Spats.
those like vinyl
I don't know.
spats.
I don't know this word.
Um,
What spats means?
uh, it like it goes,
Oh,
it
like
goes like,
from you and with the thing around
yeah,
the hue. Is that right? I know.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, I know.
yeah. They, maybe if they did like a fabric that and then like a shoe, but I kind of sort of think they could have done a fabric boot. They did a fabric boot with the Christian Louboutin doll that had those fantastic fringe boots.
Pink
Um,
collection doll.
you know, they could have done,
The pink
I
collection
kind of
doll
hope
also had fabric those boots.
yes, yes. So I do think that they could have done fabric boots. I know that she's still available as of today. She was still available uh on the site. So what do you think? Did you get one? I believe you
Yeah,
said you did get one.
yeah, I did get one, and the boots didn't bother me so much. I was actually more bothered by her mouth. The mouth looks like it's off place. I don't know. Have these little up thing, and
Right.
the color is not great as well. She looks like she's trying to not smile. It's a little bit strange. I didn't like it at all, but I end up getting because I already had all the other dolls from this collection. Actually, I have doubles. And one thing that bothers me is because they think to. Do you remember we talk about hooking up the collector, and after that they will go down on hill with the quality? Do you remember we
Yeah.
talking about that?
Yes.
And it
Yes.
seems to me like they're doing this because this is the first doll they're doing that have only one outfit, and the box is not this big giant box with
Right.
um, two outfits and lots of clothes and Anyway, looks like they end up getting the doll a low quality when you compare with the other dolls.
Yeah. Yeah. I I don't know because people have been wanting a Brooklyn like they see in the Barbiestyle account. So, and I also think with it being a 10th anniversary Brooklyn and people wanting to see a Brooklyn from the Barbie set. They could have done a gift set. That's just me.
So
I don't
our
think you. I don't
also
think you know.
Michael.
Oh, oh. I was going to say I don't think you know, but he fell back in 2011. He
Yeah,
fell
you
and broke
told me.
his. Yeah, he broke his neck. So whenever I hear a noise or something, I like immediately jump. So
Freak
anyway,
out.
but
Okay.
so
It's obviously it's understandable.
yeah. So on the Brooklyn thing, um, I I do kind of the price point is okay, um, but to me it seems like I was saying, all these people want a Barbie style Brooklyn, yet we got like from the neck down, okay, that's Barbie style, account, but from the neck up, it just seems like a playline head.
Yeah,
Does that make yeah?
looks like a
Uh,
playline hat.
because
Uh,
we've got some amazing uh Barbie style Brooklyn dolls, and I just kind of thought that they would have ramped up the head more.
the 65 anniversary doll had the first. It was the first doll to have the closed mouth, Brooklyn
Yeah,
face, and
right.
she was beautiful. I don't like the hair so much because it's so up and it's not my style, but she looked amazing. The face was amazing, but this
Right.
doll, she does not seem like collector doll, like you said, and the dress. A lot of people compared with the Versace dress we had 2003, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
the 2004,
the
the
Versace doll,
Versace. Yes,
2004.
yes, yes.
Yeah, so kind of anyway, and people were just comparing the two outfits, and I don't see it as a fair
Yeah.
comparison. But anyway, the doll lacks of something. She's not
It
an
it just
expensive.
doesn't spark. It just doesn't spark. It
That's the word.
it's okay. It's nice. But it's nice. I was expecting, you know, um, from the sketches, that we got to vote on. Um, yeah, I know you can't, sketch and will be identical to the sketch. It doesn't, translate sometimes because you're talking a sketch versus a real product, 3D product. But I just kind of was thinking it was gonna pop more. And it just instead of a pop, it's a fizzle. If
Yeah.
that makes
Have you
sense.
have you seen the AI uh, drawing that have been floating around? The AI
I
projection of the doll. It was made by my friend Arthur Klaus that
I think I did see it. I
show it.
think I did see it. Yes.
This
Yes.
yes, this was made by Arthur Klaus, and he was just a little bit upset because the doll because the drawing no one refers the doll to him. But
Uh-huh.
anyway, she was beautiful on this AI thing, and the boots are not a problem to me. Maybe the purse, because I think the purse should be fabric, but
Yeah.
it's something of these days. And I want to show you something because I want you to know how much I wanted this doll. I want to
Okay.
show you. Just one sec. Look at that. I
Fabulous.
have doubles. Yeah, I have doubles because I want
Right.
the outfits to be displayed with the actual dolls. So I had doubles.
Right.
I have doubles even of the vanity set
Uh-huh.
because I wanted the doll to be portrayed in the two outfits. I have the one outfit that was given at the convention. I don't know if
Uh-huh.
you can see the pink one. I
Yeah.
have
I love it.
doubles. I have doubles, triples, fourths. And anyway, the numbers for the outfits, the
Right.
fashion pack that was launched. So I brought this Rainbow High. I'm sorry, Mattel, but I had this Rainbow High set for my Barbie can to
I'm,
be displayed at. So
I'm
as you
I'm
can
not
see,
laughing at you. I'm not laughing at you. The only reason I'm laughing is because you have no idea how many times I had that pool in my cart at the store and I put it out.
and I only paid $30. 30 US
Okay,
dollars.
that's good.
And
And
I think that was a deal.
I noticed that you have some of those Barbie signature outfits. Um, just a little, uh, like that pink, uh, the pink
The
one with
fashion
the
pack?
skirt. Yeah, the fashion pack outfits. Yeah. Um,
Yeah.
so yeah. So to our viewers is if you are a member of the Barbie fan club, they are having a special sale. Um, it says, I got a notice yesterday, and it says, put this stuff in your cart. And then on the 3rd of November, go to your cart, and everything in there will be apparently at least 50% off.
You have to put all in your cart.
Yeah, it says, put it in your cart. Do not check out. Just put it in your cart. And then on the 3rd, go to your cart, and all the prices will change. And the stuff
Unfortunately,
is
our
going to be
show won't be
up to
live
50% off.
until November 3rd.
Right.
Unfortunately,
Put it in your
I
cart.
have to.
But so I filled up my cart yesterday, and I put because if I love an outfit, or I
Did you heard my?
probably huh?
I said that our show won't be live until that day. Unfortunately, I won't be able to
Oh,
edit.
darn it.
Or
Okay. I'm sorry. But there's a whole list of stuff. If you go to the log into your account, there's a whole page of stuff that is going to be up to 50% or more. And it says
I
put it
didn't
in your cart.
saw the page, only
Yeah.
that it will happen.
Yeah. So it says put it in your cart, wait till the 3rd, then go to your cart, and the prices will all drop. Because that
At
one
least
outfit,
50%.
at least 50% off. Because that pink
Even
outfit
the
I
new
put,
dolls,
uh, there were
because I maybe Golden
no, there were
Christie.
no new dolls. There were no new dolls, but the one that was in there was one of the birthstone dolls that Bill did. That's a turquoise, which is my birthstone. That was in there. There are some other Barbies in there, but like those outfits, those fashion packs, um, I put I think 4 of like each one into my cart. Because if they're going to be half
You
off,
know,
that means they'll be $12.50.
yeah, but they already had been sale a couple of times. I don't remember how much they dropped in price and on
Yeah,
the other occasions, but they at least half the price. They were at least half of the price.
yeah. So that's what it said. I got the notice yesterday in my email. So
So, Michael,
yes,
about the boho
yeah.
chic doll, did you like her? Because you said that collectors didn't like the boots. You said collectors didn't like the face. You said collectors didn't think uh, collectors said that she looked like she was playline doll, a playline doll. But how about you? How do you feel about this Brooklyn doll?
Um, I think she's really cute. I think she's really cute. Um, would I buy one? I think I might wait till maybe they're on sale. I do like her though. I do kind of like the whole look. Um, so maybe I might buy one. She's not that bad, I mean, a lot of collectors kind of thought she would be fancier. Um, I kind of thought she'd be a little bit fancier for them making such a big deal about it being a 10th anniversary. Um, I don't think she's that bad. I don't, uh,
I don't think either. But I
she's
think
good.
they should have made a little bit more effort.
They could have tweaked it a little bit. They could have tweaked it a little bit and made it, a little more high end. I think the makeup they could have made a little bit, because it's the same head mold as that 65th anniversary Barbie in the black and white dress. It's the same closed mouth Brooklyn head mold, and that doll has some fabulous makeup on it. So I kind of
Yeah.
think they could have glammed it up a little bit. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. But anyway, that's what we got. And we
So what do
have
you got?
to work with that. It's a new box. We didn't had this box and a Barbie style collection before. It's a new box. Unfortunately, the older box seemed like a lot more premium than the one they're launching now. But for me, it's not a problem because I will end up getting her out of the box
Right.
anyway. But I think that the other dolls they were around 100, and after that 110 US dollars in price,
Yeah.
and they cut it off by half. But they cut it up by half the price, and I don't think they cut it out half of the quality. They surpassed that. It's like we have, I don't know, maybe 60 or 7% drop in the quality of the doll and the outfits, unfortunately.
Yeah. I
I
just
think
kind
that,
of, for them touting it, and that it was this 10th anniversary Brooklyn, and it's you know a Barbie style, a Barbie style account styled Brooklyn, they kept hyping it for what it was worth. And then when it finally came, what, instead of it being a pop, it was a fizzle. It just wasn't,
yeah,
you know. So, I don't know what to say.
yeah,
What else to say about it?
yeah. That for those of you that follow Barbie news everywhere, you already know, I think that the Brooklyn doll won't be the last Barb style doll we will be getting next year. That is a rumor that we should be getting these travel inspired dolls. I don't remember the actual cities, but I think it was Paris, London, New York.
I think it was Paris, London, and Italy.
I don't remember. Were supposed to be traveling around the world and having this kind of dolls of the world vibe. But let's see. We
You
have
should
to
come to
be on that
Brazil.
ready. They should come to Brazil and with a curvy body, big boobs, and big butts. Yeah, carnival outfits.
Yes.
Yeah. So, Michael, that's it. That's our show. Next month, we will have the Mama doll that everyone will be, that will be a bloodbath to get.
Probably so. Yes.
Yeah. We will have the Style by Design by Linda Kiao doll.
Yes.
That in there will be another doll that I think will be the Mariah Carey. Next month,
I've heard that.
next
Yeah.
show we will no.
Yeah, I've heard Mariah Carey #2. Yes, I've heard that. Yes.
Yeah, with the outfit from the actual album, the actual Christmas album,
Oh, okay.
maybe.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. Anyway, the next month we will have lots of news for us collectors to talk about on Doll Talk.
Yes.
Yes, and I want to thank you, Michael, again for taking this time with me to talk about dolls, to talk
Oh,
about the thing we love almost the most.
yes. Well, I always enjoy talking with you and doing this with you.
Yeah, me
Open.
too.
Yes.
Yeah, me
Yes.
too. Oh my God. Anyway, Michael, thank you. Bye. See you next month.
All right. We'll see you
Oh,
next
no, no,
month.
no. No, next month. You can see us too, maybe in 15 days with our doll talk. It's the
Yes.
where we don't talk about news, but we talk about dolls, and we can talk chit chat about
Yes.
everything doll related.
Yep. Yes. Absolutely.
Michael, kisses from Brazil.
This is
Have a
from
nice night. Yeah, 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 yeah. On night in the world. Bye, my friend. See
All
you.
right. All right. I'll see you soon. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.